Afternoon, Robert Stribbler here with the OBX wave report, filming some surfers on the south side of Jennette's Pier, surfing some pretty choppy waves, but nonetheless a relatively well-formed section, producing some breaking waves, although a bit foamy, nonetheless rideable, and as demonstrated by the surfers just a few seconds ago, relatively carvable. Apparently there is a surf competition this weekend, and off the top of my head I can't remember which one it was, but we'll be providing you with some coverage of the surf competition here at Jennette's Pier for this weekend. And it looks like some of the surfers are getting some practice in, got some a few pumps and a few cutbacks, getting into a section, another cutback, nice little wave here. Looks like waves at Jennette's Pier in the range of 3 to 5 feet, with a stiff wind blowing out of the east-northeast at around 20 miles per hour right now. Air temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Ocean water temperatures in the range of about 65. Ocean water temperatures have been warming up recently across the Outer Banks, and with these northeast winds, we are getting those warmer waters of the Gulf Stream blown closer to shore, and so we're seeing those water temperatures punch up again in the ocean monitors up and down the Outer Banks. As I look at this surf, it's just really exciting to me. Kind of a fun, stormy surf, choppy, big, not too rough, obviously, for surfers in the intermediate to advanced range, especially if you have some good paddle skills and some good duck dive skills. So getting down to the local observations for the wave report here at Jennette's Pier, we have waves in the range of 2 to 5 feet. Conditions are choppy with those east-northeast winds blowing in off the North Atlantic Ocean. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 6 seconds. That is a 5.3 foot swell. Secondary swell coming in out of the east-southeast. That's a 7-second swell at 0.8 feet. Winds out of the east-northeast at 23 miles per hour. Ocean water temperatures 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Air temperatures right now in the upper 60s. Weather forecast for today: sunny, breezy, highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. East-northeast winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then heading on down south to Rodanthe, down south from here at Jennette's Pier, we've got waves also in the range of 2 to 5 feet with choppy conditions. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 6 seconds. That is a 5.6 foot swell. Secondary swell also coming in at 6 seconds out of the south-southeast. That is a 1.2 foot swell. Winds out of the east-northeast at Rodanthe at 25 miles per hour. Air temperatures right now at Rodanthe in the upper 60s. Ocean water temperature all the way up to 69 degrees at Rodanthe, nearly 70 degrees there at Rodanthe. And then heading on down down south toward the beaches at Buxton, waves in the range of 3 to 5 feet and choppy. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 7 seconds. That is a 6.1 foot swell, getting pretty big and burly down there at Buxton. As we watch a surfer here carving into the near shore break session, nice off the lip, good pop. And then, okay, down at Buxton, secondary swell coming in out of the south-southeast at 6 seconds. That's a 0.9 foot swell. Winds out of the east-northeast at Buxton at 25 miles per hour. Air temperatures 71 degrees Fahrenheit at Buxton. Ocean water temperatures 72. Water temperatures getting up into the 70s at Buxton as those east winds push the Gulf Stream in closer, along with those warmer temperatures. Weather conditions: partly sunny, breezy. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. East-northeast winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. All right, so what's going on here generally across the Outer Banks is we have a storm system off the U.S. East Coast that's bringing in those easterly and northeasterly winds. You can see the clouds just offshore. as that storm system kind of sits out there, pumps out a nice swell for us. And that's going to continue through today and then into the day tomorrow. And then by Saturday, winds are going to calm down. We're going to have a nice 3 to 6 foot swell across the Outer Banks, maybe a little bit bigger in some locations. And then that swell is going to get clean by afternoon on Saturday. So we're going to start to have nice, really nice wave conditions Saturday afternoon likely, and then into Sunday. So that is the forecast for the next few days as we look to the south and east here from Jennette's Pier. I'm going to go ahead and walk around the pier and point the camera toward the north and east. I'm going to have to hold on to my clipboard. Woo! As we get those northeast winds blowing. So we point the camera up and then toward the northeast. You can see those swells coming in on the north side of the pier. No one surfing presently on the north side of the pier as I trip over a chair. But yeah, we do have these surfers here on the south side. Getting ready for a surf competition this afternoon. I'm sorry, getting ready for a surf competition today, and then I believe the surf competition is going to start Friday and then run through Sunday. And we're going to just end with a surfer paddling out beside the pier following that channel, which provides a pathway, a cleaner pathway out to the break. Nice trick here at Jennette's Pier is to follow the channel both on the north and the south side of the pier. This surfer cutting against a cross-shore current as he navigates out to the break. And we'll just keep filming him for a little while longer as he takes his first duck dive underneath the wave and then starts to angle out across the sandbar where he's going to confront some breaking waves. He's going to have to navigate those as he uses the pier to deflect the waves that are incoming. So you've got the pier kind of as a barrier for these swells that are coming in from the northeast. Nonetheless, we do have some breaking waves heading his way, although not as stiff as an impediment as the breaking waves that are further out. So here he goes, coming out through the channel, facing another breaking wave here, and it looks like a set actually coming in. He's going to have to duck dive a relatively large one here, but nothing too bad. Boom, just right underneath that. Looks like a 3.5, maybe a 4-footer there. And then paddling out through another breaking wave. He gets past this one. Looks like he'll be mostly clear to head out to the break. And there you go. That's how you thread the needle here at Jennette's Pier. And he's angling in offshore. All right. So once again, I'll get a couple of these surfers. Ooh, nice ride. Riding these choppy waves today, and then we will end this session of the OBX wave report and then get out into the water and hopefully get some nice live footage of some wave riding for you guys today. Thanks for joining me once again, and as I always do at the end of my wave reports, I'd like to ask you guys to please support the mass deployment of clean energy to help defend our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. The main rapidly deployable clean energy sources right now are wind, water, solar, electric vehicles, and the batteries that do support them. And if we do that, we can reduce the harm to our coastlines that are being driven by fossil fuel burning, those harms being rising sea levels, worsening storms driven by global heating that is driven by fossil fuel burning, the rising sea levels driven by the global heating that melts the glaciers, and last of all, ocean acidification, which harms our sea life. Ocean acidification driven by increasing carbon levels in the atmosphere that transfer to the oceans and make the oceans more acidic and nasty. Thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report, and I will be back with you shortly.